Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Black Series Mandalorian Loyalist, seen in the Clone Wars. A really nice figure. He's brand new. He's hitting stores now. I got him for $24. Pretty expensive, but I'd pick this guy up while you have a chance. I would not be surprised if he jumps up in price. So hopefully you guys get a hold of him at Walmart. Anyways, without further ado, let's look at the box. So I'm not really an in-package collector, so I kind of tore open the top of this. But you can see it's your pretty standard packaging, the new package. Really beautiful art on the side and on the back here. It's the same art. You can see here it says, when Darth Maul betrayed and defeated Pre Vizsla, Death Watch splintered into two groups. Those who wanted to embrace Mandalore's warrior heritage remain loyal to Maul. So very cool little bio there, whatever, a little rundown of who he is. On the bottom here you have the barcode, and this is not for children 3 and under, so keep that in mind, I guess. Anyways, let's take a look at the accessories. So with this Mandalorian Loyalist, we do get the same exact pistols we see with the other Mandalorian here, and they're just a lighter color, and they obviously fit in his hands very nicely. You can pop them out there, and they fit in his holsters very snug. You can see they are beautifully sculpted too. They look very nice, but very simple paint job there. And then we get a nice jetpack here, which has a beautiful color scheme in my opinion. I really love the colors on this Mandalorian Loyalist. Very nice looking. You can see there's a nice peg on the back here, and you can just pop that right into his back. 3 little ports there. One is a long peg and 2 little rectangular ports. You can just pop those in, and it fits in there very snug and looks really nice. So again, this guy shares the same exact body mold that Supreme Commando Mandalorian that we just saw come out. The Darth Maul Mando, who's really dope. And with Jango Fett. Not with Boba Fett though. These two, I believe, do not really share the same body mold at all. Mostly new parts, maybe some of the few same arm pieces maybe. I don't think so though, actually. I think this is all different completely, honestly. So I'm okay with that. I like this body mold a little bit better, to be completely honest, but that again is just preference. I do love these rubber pieces on the armor. I love the paint scheme all throughout this guy. Very reminiscent of Jango Fett. Obviously, he's wearing a Mandalorian's armor. And this just looks spectacular. I really love the contrast of this red and blue. I pointed vice versa there, my bad. And I love how the jetpack looks as well. You can see this dark gray kind of matches this, but it also kind of does its own thing. Matches a little bit there. But it looks beautiful, man. I love the fact that the pegs are also the same color as the legs, so that's good. The metallics on him are very nice on these little knee pads and on his cuffs here, the gauntlets. And I love the tubes here. I do not feel like they're going to break, because if you haven't noticed, when you rotate the arm, they're actually connected to a separate piece in this upper bicep. So they swivel with the arm, so you're not going to break them or tear them or anything. So that is really nice. I complained in my last video about 3 pieces of articulation, but now I kind of see why they did that. I get that. I still feel they could have done a bit better and made this joint better, like longer, so you got more range of motion. But I kind of see what they're going for here, and that looks beautiful. They did a good job. So anyways, overall, very nicely proportioned, very nicely painted. A wonderful, huge Mando helmet that looks great. The jetpack matches very nicely, holds the guns well. The only problems this guy has, like the last figure, is the articulation. Okay, so he has your standard articulation. The head looks up decently far down. A little bit of a pivot here all the way around if you'd like. The arms go out pretty far. Again, very nice decals, a very nice soft kind of rubber. But they do go out very far. They go all the way around. And there is 3 points of swivel on this arm. You can swivel here, swivel at the actual pocket at the elbow, and at the gauntlet. And then there is a swivel at the wrist as well with a horizontal hinge. And I guess my only complaint with this articulation, well, one of my complaints, is there's 2, is the fact that you can only bend the arms at not even a full 90-degree angle. They're kind of, I mean, maybe just about, but you can see it's very hindered articulation. And with this figure, it's not going to be a big deal because he comes with blaster pistols, but it would still be nice to have that range of motion with an action figure, especially in this day and age. But really, the beautiful detailing and shit really kind of makes up for it, in my opinion. I can look past it, and I do like this figure. I was a little harsh in my last review, but I do like this. The other thing, the swivel is a little weak, but there is a nice rotation and a little bit of a pivot there, as you can see. Tiny bit of a pivot and rotation, but it's just that it kind of bums me out, really. Yeah, I wish there was more of a range of motion, but oh well, let's not dwell on it. So again, swivel forward and back, not super far, a little bit of a pivot there. The legs go out about that far. If you pop the pistols out, or the blasters, doesn't really make a whole lot of a difference, to be completely honest. So that's a bit of a bummer as well. The legs go forward pretty far, they go back pretty far. There is a swivel at the thigh. He does have double jointed knees, but they're kind of tight and snug in there, man. But he does have double jointed knees. Let's see if we can get this one to work. Yeah, that's better. You can see very nice range of motion there. And then there is no swivel below the knee, so that is unfortunate. That is, I think, kind of standard at this point and important. And the other thing too is you can get this to go very far back in his foot, obviously an ankle pivot too, but not far forward. It's hindered by this little shin guard, so that's a bummer. So the articulation is a bit limited and it's lacking, you know. It would have been nice if they just touched this body mold up a little bit and maybe added a butterfly joint or added a swivel below the knee. And then for reference, here he is next to the Phase 2 Camino Clone Trooper, who is a little bit taller than him, but his legs are also kind of spread out, so maybe if they're about the same height. I'd say Camino Clone Trooper's still a bit taller. This guy's just a little wobbly, to be honest. And Boba Fett and him are exactly the same height. So overall, guys, I totally recommend this figure. He is an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous piece. Comes with great accessories, great paint work. Could use a few touch-ups, some beautiful sculpting though. Mainly touch-ups with the articulation, but that's about it. You know, which I can get past it, especially because he is using 2 blasters and not a rifle, so it's not going to look too clunky. It looks good, and he just looks nice on the shelf, really. And he's a necessary addition to the collection if you love the Clone Wars and just Star Wars in general, and Mandalore and all that lore. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for more reviews coming from this wave. I have the new 332nd Ahsoka Clone Trooper here, Phase 2 Clone Trooper, and Ahsoka, that I'm definitely going to be posting those reviews soon. Those are some really cool figures, so keep an eye out for those. Otherwise, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay home and quarantined, and keep collecting. Peace.